Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys? Sorry I didn't post a video on Friday. I just didn't feel like it. So, did anybody watch the Royal Rumble this weekend? Well, did you watch it yesterday? Well, last night, technically. I did. It was pretty good. It's pretty interesting. So, today I'm going to be making a video on, and this is something that I don't encourage people to do. You should not support people that are like this in the rock music scene or in the alternative scene. Also, if you don't know the information or you weren't aware of it at the time that I'm going to tell you, I encourage you to educate yourself because I don't support this band anymore. I don't support any bands that are like this. I never have and I never will. Or any musicians. I'm gonna be talking about like the 1990s, like Riot Girl movement. It was a movement about women in rock music. Well, mostly in like the punk rock movement. But and I've seen a lot of documentaries and YouTube videos about this. But the one thing I noticed when watching that documentary and these YouTube videos is that I don't see any women that are not white and women that are not transgender. Now, yes, the movement, it is about supporting women in rock music, whether it's punk rock or anything alternative. Yes, that's true, and there's nothing wrong with that. But my issue with this is they are territorial, racist, and transphobic people. The Riot Girl movement, it does not stand for what people think it is. It does not support women like me or LGBTQ women for that matter, especially if you are a transgender woman. The band Bikini Kill, who, started the Riot Girl movement, they are that type of band. They are territorial, they are racist, and they are transphobic. And if you don't know anything about, if you didn't know any information about this, I encourage you to do some research, like educate yourself, because I discovered this band, much like most of the bands that I've been listening to for years, in high school. And I came across a YouTube video and some documentaries that made me question, do they really support all women, or is it just women that are white and women that are straight? It was a YouTube video that I watched about the Rebel Girl movement in the 90s. This all happened in the 90s. In certain parts of the video, I noticed that there was this one woman who is a woman of color, and she too was also a part of the rock, alternative, punk rock scene. She too had her own band and everything. And they tried to make it seem like it was her job to educate them on how to treat women of color or like treat us like human beings when it's not their job to educate you on how to do that. You yourself should know how to treat people, treat other women. Like, yes, you may be of a different racial background, but at the end of the day, we're all just women trying to achieve the same thing in rock music. It's really sad. There was even another part of the video where I forgot the lead singer. I don't know who said it in the band, but the lead singer, of Bikini Kill or someone like that, they said A man who pretends to be a woman or a man who is trying to identify or become a woman should not be allowed to be a woman and should not be allowed to have the feminine experience as a woman, nor should they get the opportunity to experience womanhood. Now, to me, that is not only transphobic, but that's also very messed up. I get it. I get that they don't like toxic, manipulative, trash men. Men like that are disgusting human beings. And the world would be a better place if they didn't exist. But I am not defending men who are like that. I'm not defending sexism or SA. I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is, not all men are like that. And I do think that this movement was centered around a bunch of pissed off white women who were pissed off at all men in society, and they're pissed off at all men in society in the rock music alternative scene. And it really does make me sad because I used to like this band. I used to like their song Rebel Girl. Like I would jam out to that song every single day. That was my hype song. And now, years later, looking back on it now, I'm like, I am so glad I don't support this band anymore. I'm so glad that I no longer listen to this fucking band because they're hypocritical. They're also hypocrites. They say they support all women, but you disregard women of color or transgender women in rock music or in the alternative music. First of all, black people have created fucking rock music. It started with a black woman, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Speaking of, happy Black History Month. This will be my first video for said Black History Month, and this is also going to be a continuation of my alternative series. It is not our job to educate small, dumb, closed-minded, ignorant morons. It's not our job to educate dumbass idiots. You want to know something so badly, use the internet. We have the internet. Like, people want to look up everything else on the internet. Do your fucking research. Do your research. Educate yourself on the real history of rock music. Because there's a long black history of black people in the punk rock scene. I'm not saying we created it, but we are a part of it. Sorry, I had something in my eye. And black people created rock music. We did. And I don't care what anybody thinks or say. You know it's true, so stop being a fucking moron and being a racist. Because you're only racist because somebody treated you badly in your life and you grew up with a messed up childhood and you decided to become a racist. Because you don't know what love is. People like that, people who are toxic like that, they don't know what love is. They don't know what love is. They don't know what it means to be a real human being in reality and not trying to live their life on the fucking internet or living in the past. Because some people are like that. They don't know how to be a real human being outside of being online 24/7. They live their life online. They don't know how to be a real human being in the real world and be just in reality. And now people are all of a sudden getting so sensitive and getting so upset about everything and everything. Where was that sensitivity when people were getting killed for no reason years ago, like Breonna Taylor? No one gave a shit about that. Now all of a sudden, people want to start caring. It's kind of messed up if you think about it. It shouldn't have to take a tragedy or someone dying to bring people together. And it's just sad. But yeah. do not support these bands. I don't support these bands. I don't support people that are like that in general. I do not support people in any type of music that is a sexual predator, child molester, racist, sexist, or homophobic. Because those types of people, they're just sad, lonely losers. Sad, lonely, immature losers who have no human interaction in the real world and they live their lives on the internet. You want to sit here and say you support all women, but what about the real women out there that are actually doing something to stop racism and discrimination? What about them? What about them? What about the real women in rock music that are actually making history for the next generation of women? Like, let's not disregard them. So, yeah, fuck the Riot Grrrl movement and fuck Bikini Kill. Like, I do not support this band. I haven't supported them since I was in high school. I stopped doing that. But yeah, guys, be smart. For God's sake, be smart. Don't be a moron. Educate yourself if you're so damn curious about this. I knew nothing about this until I came across that YouTube video when I was in high school. And I'm so glad I did. Because, like I said, I used to listen to their music. Not anymore. There's nothing wrong with supporting women in rock music, but don't you dare disregard women that are not white, women of color, or women that are alternative and women of color that are alternative and LGBTQ. Don't you dare do that. Because we've always existed and we will continue to exist when your old dusty ass is 6 feet under. You can't disregard our existence. Because we will always be here and there's nothing you can do about it. My channel is a safe space for people that are different like me. I do not support people that are like that. I do not support gatekeepers or elitist assholes. My channel is for all people in the alternative scene, all people of many different racial backgrounds, and whether you're from the US or from another country and you're alternative, that's fine also. My channel is about just letting people be themselves and bringing people together that are like me. I want to start my own community, my own movement with my channel. And even if it's a small thing or it grows over time, of course it's going to take time. But in the end, it'll be worth it. And I hope you guys can understand this, because this shit, it's been going on for decades. This is nothing new. I don't know why the world is suddenly realizing, oh, you can't act racist or homophobic or sexist anymore because it's considered wrong now. It was wrong decades ago and it's still wrong now. The only difference now is that half of the human race actually has common sense. And that's all I have to say, guys. Like, I do plan on making more videos and maybe making better videos. I do have some ideas. I will be getting a camera, and there are things that I do want to do for my channel a little better. I'm filming all my videos on my phone. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I eventually do want to get like a camera. But yeah, I also want to, get my first guitar, because I like the guitar. The guitar is a great instrument. For those of you who don't know, the guitar was actually a guitar that was associated with like folk music, slavery. That's messed up, but it was. A lot of black people play the guitar in those days. A lot of black musicians play the guitar. And yeah, so happy Black History Month. Happy Valentine's Day. I guess if we celebrate Valentine's Day, I don't really see the point in Valentine's Day, to be honest. Like it's not like a super big holiday like Thanksgiving or Christmas or Halloween. I feel like some people care mostly about like Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't know, but that's just me. I'm not a super fan of it. And you don't have to have a relationship to enjoy Valentine's Day. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. My next video, I want to talk about like some of my favorite anime shows that have good representation of people of color in it, not just black people. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Be yourself. Self-expression to me is happiness. Don't let anybody tell you what to do as an adult because people will do that shit. And I will see you in the next video. Later. Stay safe and stay true to yourself.